I remember one time, Book, that we had a live event. It was in Houston, actually, at the old Summit there. And Mark had broken his ankle. And we're trying to have a match, and he just couldn't move, man. He couldn't physically, was unable to move around the ring very much. And I'm like, what are you doing? Just let me do the match, and I'll sell, and you can take it to me. He's like, no, that's not your role. He's just like, just beat me up. And that's how the match went. And that was just him. He was always willing to sacrifice himself in that way because he understood that it was actually good for the business. With a character like The Undertaker, it's so strong that he had to invent ways that other performers, other characters could reach that level. Because the worst thing that could happen was The Undertaker do something and The Undertaker lose a few notches, come down to almost being human. The last thing he wanted. So his job was always to elevate other performers in whatever way, whether it was cheating or whatever, so that they can come up to his level. In my case, it was actually to have another superstar that was physically and kind of supernaturally at The Undertaker's level.
Well,
which was not only, that was really good for everybody, good for business, and of course, very good for me. We got to remember too, when The Undertaker first came along, people had never seen anything like him. Here's this guy, he's 6'10", he's over 300 pounds, he's invincible, he's invulnerable, and he moves real methodical and real slow, except that he moves like a cat, and he does leapfrogs and walks across the top rope and does all these amazing things. He was really an anomaly, especially at that time.
You know, my most fondest memory of The Undertaker, I got everybody in the WWE, I mean everybody in the WWE to do the spin-a-rooney, even you. You know, The Undertaker is the only one that I didn't get a chance to see do the take-a-rooney. What is your most fondest memory of The Undertaker? I know that's a hard question. I know it is.
I have a lot of them. I wasn't there that night. I heard about it. But I wasn't there, and well, you guys spent like half an hour goading him into doing a spin-a-rooney, and finally Vince even comes out and never could get him to do it. But that was the thing about Mark as well, is he never ever broke character when he was in the ring. It was just amazing. I mean, he was the Undertaker, and I think in a way that made Undertaker a little more human without compromising the character. It still made him more relatable because everybody virtually has a sibling that they don't like or whatever. And then, of course, you get in the whole deal. After a little while, after that first confrontation, you realize that people, they didn't want to see us fight. They actually wanted to see us come together and see what we could do as a team. And when I first came in, I never saw that happen, of course. But in the end, that's really added a completely different dimension to the entire dynamic of that storyline.
If people come up to you and ask you if you're really brothers, do you ever lie and just say yes?
Well,
I would.
All the time.
You want to make it special for people, so you know, right?
Want more WWE?
We're diving deeper into the stories you love with exclusive interviews. Plus, we've got legendary guests to help break it all down.
WWE Smack Talk.